On a case, ladies and gentlemen, the protocol is observed. Criteria 1, criteria 2. Of course, we run elections and campaigns vis-a-vis community guideline and strikes. That is protects concerns of because that is historical orders which we are fixing there. The copyright policies, the failure of the copyright policies, how to ensure we use the force, all the force required to ensure we are Sudanese, okay, at all reports, whether it's a social media report, we are all Sudanese, whether we are writing a report, either is a post, either is which one should be a Sudanese on criteria. So that is our areas of audition, of our areas of angers, that we come with the solutions, okay, and then on which this is the situations, okay. Let's say it of audition Yambio or Yei, okay. This is a bishop office, and bishop office Yei Yambio covered Chad, the overseeing Chad, the overseeing Libya, Chad, and then Central Africa, DRC, Uganda. Okay, this is a bishop for Yambio. Okay, monitoring Uganda, DRC, Central Africa, Chad, Libya. Okay, that is Yambio, West Equatoria. So now this is the bishop we have for Eastern Equatorias. Bishop is tackling different Egypt, Saudi Arabia, then tackling Eritrea, then tackling Ethiopia, Kenya, Uganda. So now let's say it. This is the situations. A guy said Sudan is very poor. We say how? How can Sudan be really 100% poor? Sudan is not poor. Sudan is very rich. It is very wise. That is here. Everything is on your coconut. Okay, how you use it. Your brain is the one should function. So those people, they're using their brain, okay, to tackle everything. But the forces is inside there. They have that pressure because as being a church leaders, they have the pressures. We Equatorians who are abroad, we understand that, okay. And then if we talk of Bishop of Yei or the Bishop of Torit, they're all our family members. Okay, we live as a clients. Okay, we live as a tribes in the same homes, and then we eat the same kind of food. Okay, so if we did, and then that is the situations they are in. They got pressure. If I write on for them, but this is Sudan they should use. I'm alone. My voice is alone as a Sudanese. The pressure is coming from Juba and coming from upper Nile. Okay, very the pressure because upper Nile want what? Want the pocket, all their pocket to go full, so that they supply us. Okay, so now what is our use as a youth, Sudanese Equatorian youth? What is our use at work? This kind of money, are we not making money to feed this one, the chargers, electrical chargers? This is your wires which you have to charge, and then you get the sounds on your computers, and then to publish that short notes, to publish the other one, and then to hit the other one finish. That's the contract. So this is the pressure which is coming there because they fail to post the post, and then they fail to do this one. The pressure is too much because they're working front line. Okay, so if they're working front lines, and then that is the church, of course, the church of Sudan. Okay, and then but the church of Sudan has this this hydro there, they put hydros, and then they have to wire all their computers and everything before they do that, we know. Okay, now we said there's those affected now, and then they got broke. And then there's the other guy which come with this cutting of the map, because if we are all now, my conversation, your conversation, the other conversations is to fix this Sudan. Okay, not to isolate is still Sudan, so that Sudan work extra, and then to come back again to the table and then sit and then chat the Sudan. That is vis-a-vis is a contract, okay, for these people, for this group of people. So we understand this one. They said, yeah, this is the charger is from given by this one. They donate. This is South Sudan donate the charger. If they donate the charger, or they donate the computers, or you go to their computer studio and then you post your post there, you have to sign a paper with their name. That is when you are seeing those people. We said don't write South Sudan, and then you are seeing they are writing there for that purpose. It's not easy to defend. It's not easy to do this one, but it's still creating the weaknesses. Even myself, I'm mentioning that. I mentioned here, but mine is fair because I'm in elections and campaign. Okay, whatever we have, we go to the court. The court is mentioning the victims' names, and then we'll mention the criminal names. That is the same thing. This is handling the offense. How to differentiate yourself from the offenders, and then as being the victims. So this is the offender, the victims. The offender, the victims. The South Sudan is the offender, and then the victims. So you are the victims. So if that's the situations, and then how do you expect we can help those people, such as the church leaders like Bishop, and then how can we give them the support over that countries, so that they are wired, their TV things which is publishing, showing their posts. Yeah, this is them. They did these jobs. They did this service, this Sunday service, and then they did these jobs. They did this job, these jobs, and then this is what they need for their records. That is what they need, and so that they won't get pressured again, taken down, and then again, because a church is a church. Maybe they make confessions. The South Sudanese people also make the confessions. Okay, this is South Sudanese. This is the victims. The offenders make a decision. Says, yeah, we are offensive, and then we cause you the problems, and then here the victims release a prayer, said forgive them, and then they were forgiven. If they were forgiven, and then they cause another one, because now the victims and the offenders, they have a relationship, because this is the pressure, because the land look to the owned by offenders, then the victim is on the pressure, working under pressure. That is what we mean. Okay, on citations 1, citations 2, I think we have at least little bit clarifications there for people to give that clue out. Okay, di taekwe jonyeria wa ama jo Bishop tinire tebe ama sira Facebook waga, and then ama jua ini di tade inokpo sikana lekan ado ebu Sudan di kaki dewa manira, so kaki ebu Sudan di dewa oleke eklesia kilegi ekerekwina, and then pakuchi kerekwina sane di kavudel reasao na ikavunal reasao ikuchi bishops, jo ikuchi bishop yala de ado jo leki aiki Sudan e fixe, and then kaki legi Sudan kaki fixe ao, and then ado unzire emua enenane asila zado kusata zido unzirado ene presa ingon reudu nega madina ni bajo jonyi sitara kwechi jonyi nya sita ole na nega si jubar era wagase kola nya sinyi pakandi madidi alilere ya divu dirise oguna divu sinye nya singon madina ogu, and then on bavu na ne twikoro, and then amajolaka konzeta nanipi olenjekako. And then jo olenjekako, and then amandrara Sudan ojo, kudua amani mbaubi, kusa kudua mani kinyiri, kusa kinyana, and then the amat dua ma Sudan ninguya ure, okay? And then dia jo baka Sudan ninguya uba ledi ai ambasi na lele, okay? And then oleki yado, oleki kikonya and then oleki ikoni ya ziti ka Sudan ni buideri ole a video kutoria gana jwa ide yaiga and then ina bishop tia yaiga and then kutoria ga di bana karikonyowa and then jomba bana na yaisi and then de dia ikarikonyowa ya. Okay, sasa siama jo ledi taunziri madina itiri yani anya loko and then ani konya ni konyiko and then jo anya I computer diaru yola anyi diaru computer ga ola anya du achi ba diaru ide anya iya o and then anyi swanya computer anyi charge do and then anya moro eyo o yake anyi ziki anya chitora ngone anyi chura and then they are lady tokpori, okay, amalulu bada manyi konype, okay. So ware kola kolore anyi anavianyi, anyi nianyi, and then jo pressers na dire. So madina jo anyi sign a paper wanyi adita na baingwi, anyi si lede ani nunjiko. Lakini jo papers di they are ojo jo anyi toa gira anyi Equatorians lede jo anyi bishop ole anyi ecclesia ba ole anyi NGOs jo agri anyi tora di baka Sudan i work ya wa Equatoria ga baka Sudan is work ya okay bana ikuchi reform ran di apanal I reform ke ai koma apanal Sudan okay yala de abazitiri unjunziri di bonjunziri di balosore okay lakini balosore ni aisa idi unjia nusu dia ya balosore and then ya eka Sudan si and then di bonjirere ole koluka di Sudan ko ole kichwa ya sika kengwi Sudan re so joka kengwi Sudan pe ole joka kengwi wa joka kitana no siwa and then bana numbers njana and then kola anyi coordinatory anyi bu and then kuchidu paka anyi Sudanese okay anyi ena kuchi eto Sudanese re amanilera re ani jo ni ojo Jumani is world number 1 okay OPM office of prime ministers alijua ani as an command centers okay since 1812 Juman was marked or ranked world number 1 okay center for refugees since 1812 memos okay Juman has been quite long times ago because the refugees from Uganda flee to Sudan, flee back to Uganda, flee back there, flee back and flee back and then flee back, flee back, flee back and flee back during the colonizations. Okay, so we summarize since 1812 to this years 2022. That is the transformations of Germany. And if we look at it, Germany was ranked world number 1 for refugees for that purpose because it has been quite a long, and then on which President Yoweri Museveni turned it edition a district around 1993 and then 1997. Okay, so it become now official districts among all the Ugandan districts, and then they were also topped among Ugandan districts, for which Ugandan districts has grown higher and higher, the numbers has grown higher. Therefore, they were all on the list of good employment records. They have a good employment records, and then the refugees employments record is very good, performance is good there. If you look at the refugees employments, those who were employed by the refugees, their number and their status is really good. Running the office, running the hospitals, running the so-called NGOs, running the schools, and then running the constructions in other agricultural systems. Okay. And then they also become different world travelers. And then when we talk of immigrations, okay, they are also migrating the same immigrants who come from Germany. There are many of them, Okay, and then for which the same Germany is the same Kakuma, which is in Kenya and in Germany. Okay, so vis-a-vis they are all based on the many years ago, and then for which they were free. All the German people, the Equatorial people, which you are seeing, which are refused from Sudan. They are refused as the Sudanese. The Equatorians who are residing there, and then they got refused, they got banned off by the SPLA powers. Okay, but the SPLAs is no longer SPLAs. For them, they are defense force. Okay, Sudan Defense Force. But they don't deal with the Sudan. They come with the, they are forcing, they want their business, which is the source, okay, as a offensive source. That is offensive office with defense systems, which they are doing for Sudanese. Okay, so Equatorians who are refused, of course, they tend to be free over Uganda because Uganda area in the north has been open official for them to be free there and then for them to stay there in Uganda. Okay, and then you use the water Ugandan land at a profitable manner and then for agriculture's purpose and then for developments, constructions, and then let them build the good homes, stay in the good homes, build the roads, okay, and then also this one, of course, get married and then make children, make life easier. That's what they're doing there. Those families we know. That's why is promoted up to this one as a district levels, okay, for that purpose. So around 1993, this one 97. So for that purpose. So if you look, there the refugees, we rank in number one refugees. They are the roots to the refugees because Equatorians was up and down with the main wars. If we summarize, that is during colonizations, who knows? Because those guys they don't really stay there because for them is all trekker. They call it trekkers, the people who track. And then they can walk there and then they stay there, you know, with their animals. They don't care. They don't have any other stocks which they can carry heavy. That's why they don't bother even waiting for transportations. They just only trek and then leave the area and then settle there and then become who they are. They are Sudanese. That's all. That's why they were called different free in Uganda, yeah, as a Ugandan history today. So that is the differences which we are seeing there. And if we talk about this one, the mortgages, okay, Canadian mortgages or the mortgages rates, the mortgages raise the elections and the campaign to vis-a-vis community guideline and the strikes, the protest, we work hand in hand on those areas, and then we able. There are some mortgages which are 2,100,000. Now you can get those mortgages 100,000 only. So you save 2 millions. Okay, the 2 million you saved goes to this one, to the seller, goes to the what, to the buyer. Okay, the person who buy the homes. The person who buy the homes, the government paid, or the government paid, or the employment paid them 2 million over, okay, and then they're able to save the 2 millions, and then they buy the homes 100,000, or you buy the homes $290. That's all you have. Or you buy the homes $100, or you buy the homes 60,000. That's all you have. That is means $60. Okay, vis-a-vis that is the if it come to this one, the areas that we focus very much upon, and then what are the results? These are the results because the homes price is dropping, and then on the gas areas, those gas they are less than 11 cents per liter, so 11 cents. That is the least they have there in the market. So no complaint there. Why shall you complain more on those others? We don't see any complaint further. If it come to other product, those stocks, you can say the stock is at $1. The stock is at $2. That's the least we have, and then for that, for these summaries and then reviews. Otherwise, vis-a-vis, those are the areas and criteria. Otherwise, me, Wayne Hassan is it on the emphasis of issues related to this one to Sudan, and then if Sudan is refused for the Equatorian people, the short people, not the taller people, the short people, that is the Equatorians. Okay, if you are brown Equatorians or the black Equatorians or whoever they call you, okay, light skin and which one, you Equatorians, and then your purpose you want your Sudan, the free land is Uganda, okay, which is a Jumali. You stay there as a refugee and then enjoy your life to the full. We don't know about that area because they said the SPLA is no longer, they are not going to use even the name SPLA. So the South Sudanese people says they want to forget about SPLA. They escape it. We heard that and then we quit that. Okay, they want to use who? They want to use the name called this one, SSPDF. Okay, so that is what they are calling. They don't call Sudan. So now be very careful, you Equatorian in Uganda, and then if you happen to go to Sudan, and then you cause another problems, you are running to Uganda, run as a Sudanese. Okay, don't run as these people, SSPDF. Okay, run as a Sudanese. Again, if you come as them, you are not us. We are not gonna let you come into Uganda. Okay, and then we're gonna close that line there. No business. We're gonna sit on these borders. We are not gonna let you people even to come to Uganda. So that is overview because we look abandoned. We look forgotten from Khartoum. Khartoum is 1812. If Khartoum is 1812, we have our copyright with our elders. I'm not the elders, but I'm just making the decision because I'm in the office. Okay, I'm in the office of the OPM. OPM is the one who appoint, yeah, you can go study abroad. That is OPM send me, okay? The office of the Prime Minister's command, let's say it, yeah, Germany, is the one said, yeah, you can search this one. It's positive anyway, you go study, and then in the long run, you come back, we can still host you in Germany. We don't care. That's your own research, can make you the profits, that is up to you. You find the profit legitimate, and then you come back, we feed you. That's all they do. And then if that's all they do, and then that's how we go. So as we said, 1812, Germany, I'm not the elder in Germany, okay? Germany has their elders and elders and elders. I'm not even the grandchildren. I'm the grandchildren of the Germany, okay? And then we have elderly and elderly. I'm also respecting them. And then if you see there, I spoke to bishops because they bring for us. They are saying they have a pressure. They are working under pressure. The pressure is coming from this from the SPLA office, because SPLA office is changing their business name to SSPDF. Okay, you see now that. So that is the pressure they're having, and then every office that work there within these equatorial regions there, and then must write their SSPDF. If they don't post that, and then they cannot publish anything. That's why we said if that's the situations, we ban it. We went there, we hide their post, and then we delete those posts away, because the post is violent and it goes against our communities. But we come and we agree. We said we agree with you people. That is you people's situations, and then we are the one who delete that post, because the post is not good. Is gonna cause another problems, and then those problems is bad reputations, bad routine. is going to chase another children back to Uganda, bringing us another problems there to Uganda with another name, which is the SSPDF, no longer SPLA, SPLM. Okay? So another issues, you see there, that is the consciousness of this matter in these debates. That's why I come here back from between me and the bishops, because that's the bishop from Kenya area, the bishop from DRC Central area, Yambio, and then the old bishops, okay? But also the other one, the one in Central, which is Libya, Chad, Central, and then DRC, Uganda, are called edition the Pope. Pope is heavier in the church, and then called the Pope went to Equatoria there, to his home, and then celebrate the ceremony there, So the pressure is the positive and Pope non-stop, the SSPDF. You see, now what about the Pope become the son of that Equatoria there? And then they're going to chase the Pope also to Uganda as the SSPDF, not as a Sudanese. Now the Pope business is this small. This small. And then look, this is the business of this bank. I'm this big because I'm who? I'm up to Egypt. I'm shouting as Egyptians. Egyptian can hurt me and then can support me still. I'm the son of Egyptians. And then you're escaping. The guy was pocketing your money, and then your money is becoming this small. That's why the use of Pope is this small. Going like this, they want to rip off that Pope's money, so not to increase his burden of the money. You see there? His wealth is no longer going like this. It's going like this, the wealth of the Pope. That is what we see. They are not saved. Be careful.